What's up guys, Anders here with another Black Desert video. Today we're going to go over the update for the test servers this week. Remember, global lab test servers updates usually take 1 to 2 weeks to appear on our live servers, assuming there are no delays and changes. Now the first major change on test server was the change to the way the Ghillie suit works. No more hidden names, and instead you will see a generic nameplate that says Unknown Adventurer. Pretty clearly as well, not hard to see. This is going to make it a lot easier to track players using difficult to see colors if you play on high settings. No longer do you have to go on low or lowest optimal to see Ghillie suits. This has been something many have asked for since the Ghillie suit was even introduced years ago. We had the flare added to combat the problem, but many rightly argued it just wasn't enough. Now recently we also had the introduction of RBF channels with no Ghillie modes that have been pretty well received, so I think overall this should not really be a surprise to anyone. Let me know what you guys think about the change. I personally have asked if we can go ahead and cron Ghillie suits for those that no longer need them, or like me have just one too many Ghillie suits on alts that they don't really play anymore. So hopefully they allow us to do that. Otherwise, you know, they're just going to be there sitting doing nothing for a while. Now next up we have loot scroll changes, another huge change on this test server update. Finally, we have long awaited this loot scroll Agris feature that was actually added on test server many months ago. It allows you to store up to 10 hours of loot scroll effect as a sort of Agris meter. Now every time you defeat a monster, your loot scroll Agris meter will dwindle. Now if you choose to use the yellow loot scrolls, your loot scroll Agris points will decrease at double the rate. You can replenish your points by just using more loot scrolls if you wish. What this means is basically you no longer lose time by running a loot scroll and being idle or fighting for your grind spot in a duel. That was always the issue with really popular grind spots. You pop a loot scroll, sure enough 2 minutes later someone's asking you DFS. It's not the greatest feeling, especially if you're limited on loot scrolls and how many you have. So as long as you're not killing monsters, you're not losing loot scroll time with this feature. Amazing change. I'm happy it's finally being implemented. Hopefully we see this in Korea next week and global a week after that. Now next up we have Corsair Rabam skills, another thing we've been asking for. Where are Corsair Rabam skills? It's been a while, but finally it's been implemented right before Awakening launches, so these skills will be live along with the Awakening for Corsair, so don't worry about having to wait 2 weeks for this one. We're gonna get this next week. There are 6 skills, 2 for each level, 57, 58, and 59. They seem fairly good overall, though some seem to be a little bit more slow than I expected. The addition of a Rabam mermaid skill though seems incredibly powerful in group PvP, since it's already a bit powerful how they leave you unable to block or have frontal guard for what seems like ages. I've recorded all the skills for you guys so you can see what they look like, but you know, keep in mind that Rabam skills, more often than not when we see them on test server, they do receive some changes to either the CC or the damage or something about the skills before they hit live servers or shortly after that. It was the same way with Sage when he first received his Rabam skills, so don't be surprised if some of these skills do change, at least the tooltips change, by the time they go live next week. Next up we have some quality of life changes in the form of potions now weighing half their normal weight, meaning you can hold double the amount of potions you were used to. A huge change for those players that do not have the infinite potion, and incredibly good for newer players who don't want to spend money on weight and have to deal with half their inventory weight being taken up by just health potions. I love this change. It's very good. It's a win-win. Everyone's gonna love this. If you have infinite potion, you won't care, and if you don't, you're gonna love this. Similarly though, perfumes are now on a 10-second cooldown instead of a 20-minute cooldown, which is a really nice change in case you pop one and you end up dying right before the duration of your perfume expires, or for me, it happens usually 2 minutes after I pop that potion. Now, market re-registration was also added, allowing you to relist items straight from the listing instead of having to cancel that listing, go back to your items, relist the same item all over again at a different price. That is a really nice change as well. I love these changes so far. And finally, we have a concrete date for early graduation August 11th, so the same day we get Corsair Awakening. A lot of things are happening. Corsair Rabam skills, this may be mansion for us as well, who knows. You will also be able to graduate with Season and receive the Pen Cabochon necklace from Seasons as well. So the requirement you need to graduate, it's just simply Season Pass, get that done, and Fugar's Timepiece, use that before you graduate. Remember that if you do graduate, you're not going to be able to participate in the Tavala Cup tournament. So if you did want to do that with your friends, keep that in mind. You want to hold off from graduating. And that's pretty much it for this one, guys. Let me know what you guys think about today's video in the comments or over on our community Discord. We're now public and accepting new members, so follow that link and react to the comment to get your member role and say hello. If you want to support the videos I make in small donations, you can follow the Ko-fi link below and buy me a cup of coffee. I love coffee as much as I love bells. So every coffee you buy me will be greatly appreciated and will of course come with some Discord perks. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell icon to get notified when I upload my next video. Remember, bell is good. As always, guys, thanks again for watching. Thanks for listening. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.